my bandits who've been waiting patiently for the 10 things to do to become a better producer in 2022. So we live right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. We are live. We are live. And I know y'all been jamming to that. Let me bring the volume down so we can talk about it. Let me bring the volume down so we can talk about it a little bit. Montez, Coco, Lil Hanukkah, Donnie, what's up? So we're live right now on my Instagram, but we're also live on my YouTube channel. If you are tuning in on my Instagram, I put the link to my YouTube page at the bottom. If you're coming over from your other networks, well, come on in, player. Come on in. The water's fine. What up, Donnie? I put the link down for the YouTube. I want everybody to come over to the YouTube channel. It's where it's all going down. It goes down on the YouTube channel. When you come into the YouTube room, also make sure you guys are announcing, just saying hello or something. I'll type it in over here. Say hello when you enter. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn notifications on, comment, and like. Super chats and super stickers welcomed. All right, now pin that at the top. Pin the message. You heard me say it, but I'm pinning the message so y'all got it. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm around, Donnie. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? I'm around, Donnie. Let's turn off interview mode. Okay, no interview. And there we go. That's my shot list. Yeah, man. I'm down to work. You know that. So for everybody, let me adjust this how I want this so y'all can hear me more effectively without me having to do a whole lot. Mike, we're live on my YouTube channel. I appreciate if y'all all migrate over. We're about to talk about something, the third social digital currency spend that is, yeah, I know it is, Donnie, yeah. The Mama Dior. I'm live on my YouTube channel. I put the link at the bottom. But tonight we're going to talk about something that's really important in your social media engagement, which is comments. We've talked about a few things already. You know, I've dropped a lot of ways for you to increase your social media engagement. Of course, the first was a follow. If you haven't seen that video, I'll post the follow video link right here. You can just tap on that and go to the follow for that. I don't know why I said that. I'm not posting that right there. There will be nothing right there. Matter of fact. Wait, no. Will it be? Yes, it will be something right there. Okay, my bad. So the follow for, I mean, the tab for you to go and check out the very first thing that you do, the very first social digital currency spend that you should all have is a follow. And so that's going to be there. And we went over that, man. And for those of you who don't understand how important these tips are that I'm giving you, then you really don't want to grow. I'm giving y'all some real tips on how to grow. What up, Timo? Timo the music. What up, Timo? Appreciate all y'all dropping in over here on Instagram. Let's get over to the YouTube channel where I can really discuss these things with you guys and get you guys really locked in. Make sure when you come into the YouTube channel that you are hitting that subscribe button. It's right there. See the youtube.com IC green one at the very bottom. Once you go there, you can just tap on the picture. It says live now, so you should just be able to press on that. But what's important about the follows, like if you really know how to follow, then that's going to set things up. Everything goes in order too. What up, Jay? Knowing how to use these tools that I'm giving you guys for your increased social media engagement is paramount in your growth on any platform. I'm mainly talking about Instagram right now, but in the future, I got something special for y'all in mind. I'm not going to display it tonight, but it's going to benefit you heavily as you move into the future. So 2022 can be a really, really dope year, and you can start off on the right foot having the tools that you need to advance in your social media presence online. So follows, I went through a whole thing on follows because it's so important that you know why you're doing it. And the follows was just crazy. After follows are the likes. Now, last week, Tuesday, we talked about likes, and it went, it was very explosive. The conversation was everywhere. We really, really took the conversation a lot of places, which is why I'm excited about the people that are going to join, because you guys are the caveat to this conversation that allows it to grow and be what it should, be bigger than it already is. What up, Precious? Ruben? And so when you guys come over to the YouTube channel, there's a chat over there. I've already given you guys instructions. It says say hello when you enter, subscribe, turn notifications on, comment, and like. And it says super chats. What's up, Jill? It says super chats and super stickers are welcome. It's some cool things that I'm able to do when you guys are over on my YouTube channel that aren't available. They're tools that are not available to me on here. What up, Out of the Box? They're not available to me on Instagram, and this is why I direct everybody to the YouTube. I can actually post your conversation, like Jill's comment. Let me put that right here. I just posted Jill's good evening post, and I can add a bunch of different things and other tools that I think are important. And I can invite you to actually join me live if I wanted to do an interview style conversation, which I can't do that. I can do it on Instagram, but it's just not the same. Yeah. What up, Prices? We're live on YouTube. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes before I get started as people migrate over. We're just jamming to one of the tracks that I produced in the background. It's a feel-good record. That's why everybody, what up, Boss? Boston Flavors, live on the YouTube. A lot of you guys I recognize from earlier today. And my Clubhouse friends and family, so that's dope. Always good to see that. What's up, Jill? Listen, one of the things you guys can do also, if you're on my Instagram and if you're on my YouTube, there's a ability to share. So you can hit that share button and you can invite people from various platforms to join us. So if I wanted people to share on Facebook, I can hit the Facebook link. I'm doing this right now while we speak too. Okay, that's what's up, Prices. Typing live now. Donnie, what up? Yeah. It's a whole different vibe, right? Donnie, like when you see, Instagram gives you this what up, Lady J? I'm live on my YouTube. Come join me. It gives you this straight up and down look, right? But on here, you get to see the layout. You get to see the studio. You get to see everything that, is popping. And how the vibe it's a whole vibe. It's not just it's not just a small vibe, it's a whole vibe. Make sure you guys, when you come in the room, Donnie, Jill, make sure you guys hit that subscribe if you haven't. And then if you hit the like button, that's also dope. What do you live now? And what I'm doing right now is I'm going to each of my socials. So if you guys are on Miss Lady J and all you guys on Instagram, you hit the arrow at the very bottom and invite all your friends, and they'll come here, and I'll direct them over to the YouTube channel. Yeah, Donnie, it's a whole vibe, man. I'm trying to get everybody acclimated to coming here because it gives you a better scope of the environment that I'm coming to you from, and it just makes it feel and look, better. And the conversation gets greater. You know what I mean? My hardcore, my angels are coming in the room. Scraps Angels be in the room shortly to spice things up. Their conversation is always funny and intuitive. It's always good to have them here in the room communicating. What up, Curly baby? I do prefer YouTube. And once you come over, Lady J, and you see why, like my YouTube setup is crazy. And everybody can chat with everybody. There's like a real dedicated chat for you guys over on my YouTube channel. So Curly baby, I want to see you over there. I want to see you over there. The link is at the bottom on the description of the YouTube page at the bottom. And we're gonna start shortly, and whoever comes later, they're just gonna have to jump in, get in where they fit in. What up, Gina? What up, Tursky. I'm live on you on that YouTube channel at the bottom. I see the YouTube growing, so that's awesome. I see the likes going up. That's awesome. Yeah, come over, Gina. Come over, lady. Come over, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe when y'all get to YouTube. Make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all get to YouTube. And you know, I promise you that this conversation, this is the third social digital currency spend that you guys are really going to be excited about implementing into your process of growing your channels. And it's an Instagram hack, but it's more of an everywhere hack. What up, Elmia? What up, Dre? Make sure you guys come over to the YouTube channel. I'm about to get started. I'm about to get started and bust this down so y'all can understand. We talked about follows, and I'm including a link for that. I'm about to talk about, I talked about likes, and likes I'm gonna put up here too. So likes will be right here on my YouTube channel on the replay. You guys will get a chance to see the likes. And then today we're talking about comments. So many of us join these platforms and are looking for an increase. What up, Teddy? What up, Rhonda? We're live on my YouTube channel if you guys want to come over. But there's a way to get things done and a way to communicate with people in order for your social digital currency to actually go further. Now, I have people that always ask me, hey, what is social digital currency? They've heard it. You know, they've heard it floating around, especially if you've been on Clubhouse, you've heard it. And if you haven't been on Clubhouse, if you've been on some of these other places and don't know me or have heard me talk about it, then what up? There she go, Lady J. Yeah, see, it's a whole nother vibe, right, lady? Ain't it? You see it? Like, this is a whole atmosphere. When you watching on YouTube and when you watching on Instagram, it's cool, but this is a whole atmosphere on my IG on my YouTube, and I can switch it up. I can give y'all a bunch of different looks so y'all know to subscribe and share and do some different things. Yeah, hey, Rhonda. So when you guys come over here to my YouTube, you know, it's a whole vibe. It's a different thing. You know what I'm saying? So what they see, what you guys don't see on my Instagram and what they see on my YouTube are two different things. So right now I have a banner up. What up, Pumpkin? Welcome to the chat. I have where it says scrap and it has the LOXP. What up, Cole? Come over to the YouTube channel, Cole. It has the LOXP.com. That's my official website. What up, Nichelle? My official website is the LOXP.com, where I've got some things that I've done, some merchandise, some beats, and all that kind of stuff that's available for people. But I think we're about ready, man. Yeah, we're about ready. 25 minutes into the cast, and I want to talk to y'all. She said, I shared, and now I'm here, giving you your fave emojis. That's what's up. Peace and light from the other green-eyed bandit. All right, Andrea, I see you. Yeah, so I will give everybody an opportunity. If you're joining my YouTube, make sure you hit the likes. Make sure you subscribe. And then if you have other networks attached to it, hit the share button to bring some other people in, because I'm about to drop some real knowledge on y'all. What up, LJ? Yeah, man. It's so beautiful to see all you guys here. And some of you will be a part of my broadcast. Like you just see me, I just put Andre up there. What up, Fat? Fat, come over to our to the YouTube channel. You see how I just posted Andrea's comment? I feel like I'm at the movies. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother vibe. It's a whole nother experience that I'm able to bring to you guys. And it does nothing but get better. Come to my live, Fat, on YouTube. What up, Simon? Come over to YouTube. We over here having a conversation about to start. So let me go back to that one. This is a cool look. I like this look. So I've already discussed with you guys. If you've already missed it, if you've missed the follows and the likes conversation, you guys can tune in and watch them on the replay, because they're posted already as Tuesday Tech Talk. So not at the moment. So what we're doing tonight is talking about comments. Now, all of you are on social media. Tell me this. What up, Cole? There she go. We're gonna do a 1 and 2. And you know what? I'll do a poll right quick. Let's do a poll. How often do you leave a comment without emojis on your IG comment. When you emojis when you comment on IG. It's only giving me a yes or no option. Let me see. Let me form that question a little bit differently. I want to poll you guys right quick. What up, Sandy? Sandy, we're live on my YouTube channel at the bottom right there. Do you leave comments or just emojis? I don't like the way this poll is set up. Let me see something. Can I? Okay, so I'm not gonna do a poll because I don't like the way the poll is set up. I'm just gonna ask y'all. So if you comment, you guys, on somebody's page, do you comment with emojis? If you comment with more emojis than words, press 1. If you comment with more words than emojis, press 2. If you comment with more emojis than words, press 1. What up, Roger? What up, Energy Lady? We're live on my YouTube channel right now. I'm taking a poll. If you guys want to join, come on over. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe. But if you respond with emojis like I see in my feed right now, or more words than emojis, okay. Okay, yep. I can believe that, Lady J, because you always got something to say. Courtney says she'll leave some fire emojis or something. Let me see. Let me run it down so y'all can see it. Okay, you see that? You guys, look at the screen. I'm going to post what y'all are putting so y'all know. All right. Nichelle says 1 and 2. Depends. Jill says 2. Okay. Anybody else? I'm gonna catch anybody else commenting, and then I'm gonna post it. And then I'm gonna stop the music before I really get into it because I think it's just a conversation that needs to happen without any background music. All right. So listen. So that's huge, right? First off, you got to think of this as you're talking to somebody, right? Your comment is going to be the first real engagement tool that you're really implementing for somebody to know who you are, to know anything about you for that matter. And it's either an awesome moment. Yep, I saw that, Andrea. It's either an awesome moment, and thank you, by the way. It's either an awesome moment for you to engage or it's a missed engagement. And I will say to you, if you are going to engage with somebody, if you're gonna comment or do if you're gonna put emojis, it's better that you leave a real comment. It's better that you say something. When you leave an emoji, it's an empty engagement. I have no idea. Like, I have no idea who you are, where you're coming from, and what that's supposed to mean to me. Because you didn't say nothing. You know, all I know is, oh, they like the joint or something. They like, the post, whatever it was. But it tells me nothing about you. So it's a one-sided engagement. I get to engage with you, but you, in the opportunity that you have to engage back, it doesn't happen. And that is important. It's important that you take those moments, right? With whomever it is. Hopefully if you're emailing them, if you're commenting to them, they're a person of interest. So let me break down the acronym that I typically talk about. It's called Spend Some SDC for an SME on any SMP with your POIs. What that means is spend some social digital currency for a social media engagement on any social media platform with your people or persons of interest. Now, I'm only saying this to you guys if the person that you want to communicate with is a person of interest. What up, Controversy? We're live on my YouTube. I'm only saying this to you if the person is a person of interest, if it's truly somebody you want to engage with, if it's truly somebody you want to communicate with, then you need to know how to comment to them. And you need to gain something from that. You need to be able to comment something. I always say this, comment something funny, educational, profound, witty, but rememberable. At the end of the day, it needs to be memorable. Like, they need to be like, oh wow, that's, I remember that comment. Like, there are comments that I've had that people have left that I'm like, I know who that is. And it's important. Like, that's the important part of when you comment, is that people know who you are after you comment. If I wanted to, introduce, or if I wanted DJ ET Music to link up or whatever, I can't just hit him and say, yo, love the DJ, man, da da da. I'd have to create an engagement. I'd have to say something like, yo, I listen to the mixes that you did. I'm throwing a party, would love you there. He's gonna respond to that. That's how things kind of work in that engagement realm. Now, when people do just emojis, even Instagram frowns up on emoji only comments. I don't know if y'all knew that. The algorithm does not salute emoji only comments. So when you go to somebody's page and you do fire, that's not going to do it. Like, that for them, you didn't do anything for anybody when you do that. Like, you didn't give yourself an engagement with that person. That person ain't checking for you. They just like, cool, oh, that's what's up. They like it. And that works for some people because they get an engagement that, they get an engagement, but you get nothing out of it. Excuse me. I'm trying to make sure you guys don't have empty engagements on these platforms. That you, although you have so much social digital currency, it doesn't even matter, right? But it does matter when it comes to how you spend your time. All we're talking about is time. If I said it another way, it'd be time versus money. And I've been having this conversation a lot lately to kind of make sure that people understand that the greatest commodity you have, okay, Pumpkin, okay, that's what's up. The greatest commodity that you have is your time. There's nothing greater on this earth. I don't care what anybody says to you. There's nothing greater on this earth than your time. And that's what I'm trying to make sure, that when you spend your social digital currency, it's an investment supporting your greatest investment. That's all social digital. If I had to break it all the way down, social digital currency is so that your investment is an investment compounded onto your time. A lot of times we're investing, but there's no return in it. All you guys who are engaged right now, you're investing your time in me. And guess what? Your return on that investment is a better way to invest your time. It's reciprocal. Like, we are right now, this is the height of how social media engagements are supposed to work. That's exactly how it's supposed to work. You should join somebody's page, and sometimes it can be for just entertainment. You have enough social digital currency that you can do that. But your social digital currency does not replace the strongest part of what I'm talking about, which is your time. So you have to make sure that there's a balance. And in that, it starts with your comment. We've all gotten those, those posts that we put out and we put hard work into them, and you get fire, or you get dancing emojis, and you get all these other emojis, and all I think to myself is, you could have said something. You could have said, hey man, I really love this video, you was killing it, fire. Then you can do that. Now your sentiment is done, but you also said something that lets me know who you are. And it adds to not only the algorithm for my engagement, but for yours with me, with the person that you did that with. This goes a long way, right? This goes a long way in your overall engaging. Because that's what there's not a platform on earth designed for anything but engagement. You guys hear it when you go on Clubhouse. Hey, make sure you follow, make sure you do this, do that. Why? For a greater engagement. And usually we're talking more of a, usually you guys hear us on Clubhouse and it's more of a teaching environment. There hasn't been a room I've been in where I have not been sowing into other people and engagement. And it is a one-sided engagement on Clubhouse, because we're typically giving, with no return. The only return we get is knowing that you guys have taken the information and done something dope with it. There's a couple episodes ago where somebody actually came in the room and was like, yo, I loved talking to you, bro. The advice you gave me helped me increase my t-shirt line. That was super dope. And I think what it was he actually booked a one-on-one consultation with me, and I went over everything that he needed to do to kind of get his business straight. Like, we talked about it. He presented what was going on with it. I asked him a few questions, and we had an engagement that went back and forth till the aha moment happens. And that's what you want. You want an aha moment, even in the open form of how you comment on people's pages. I look at, even when I look at even as I look at Miss Black come in the room and Tammy come in the room and Miss MBU come in the room, I look at how they're going to engage with me, so I know how to reciprocate and engage back. I acknowledge them, and hopefully they'll say, "Hey, Scrap," or "What's up, Scrap?" Or they'll say something back, and then I can say, "Hey, we're live on my YouTube. Migrate over, join the conversation with everybody else that's there on the YouTube page, and catch this whole vibe that is happening here." So your comment means a lot, not only to you, but to the person you comment to as well. Hey, Tammy. But also to the Instagram algorithm. The Instagram algorithm, so that it doesn't believe you're a bot or a computer generated commenter, it asks for 5 words. It asks for 5 words. And then you can put as many emojis as you want. When you guys comment on mine, I would love for you to say, "Hey, Scrap," and then go from there. That way you got 2 words out of the way, and you could say, "Hey, Scrap, I thought that was dope. Hey, Scrap, really love this one. Hey, Scrap, are those your eyes?" Which I typically get. "Hey, Scrap, that's what's up with this one." Like, anything other than just emojis helps all of us. Now, most of you, if we were in person, you say something that was engaging if y'all wanted to talk. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have a conversation, you're going to say something funny, witty, crazy, educational. Your POV will be expressed. And at that point, I can kind of get an idea who you are, or kind of at least begin to get an idea. Now, I'm not saying one post is going to let people know. One post is going to let people know who you are. But multiple times. I want y'all to understand, this is not a one-off practice, and this is not a thing that you do where you just bombard somebody with, all the comments that you can think of. And even with the likes, I don't mind the likes. If sometimes when I'm speaking on Clubhouse and we break down social digital currency, immediately I see a flood of about 30 likes. And in the beginning when I did it, oh my gosh, y'all would not believe, there would be people who would like all of my posts. Part of me is like, oh, that's cool. And then there's another part of me that's like, I can't even see who posted before that. Y'all know Instagram only gives you so much space to see your history. And so someone will have liked so much stuff that all the other history would get erased. And I'd have to go look at my latest photos to see if somebody made a comment or did something, just so I can respond, so I can continue the engagement. But as you guys comment, make sure you comment, 5 words or more, and then add the emojis that you want. And hopefully you're being creative with those as well, because there's so many emojis that are being underutilized for an engagement. See, Tammy? Tammy said, "Oops, you busted me. I'm a liker." Yeah, Tammy, come over to the YouTube page. I think the community would love to have you over here chopping it up. And yes, Andrea, you're absolutely right. The more that people use your name in the comments, it boosts the SEO inside the algorithm, and more people can, you become a person of interest to people you don't even know. They'll say, "Why is this person on my feed?" or whatnot, which is, typically, what you want. And most times great comments lead to great responses. Remember, there are times where I've had a full-on conversation. What up, Mr. Canada? What up, Kelly? I've had full-on conversations with people in my comment section. And that's exciting, because now I remember who they are, and typically our engagement will increase from there. Typically, they're now people that I want to talk to more, and I get a perspective, and this is how things are built. Think of it like this. When you post something and people come to comment, look at it like you're in a room full of people and somebody said something. and it was profound and it was dope. And then somebody else commented on it. It's like, yeah, I thought about it too, and da da da. And next thing you know, you got 15, 20 people all sharing their perspective on what was put out there. But if everybody just did fire emojis and da da da, they might as well be ghosts, because you have no idea what they really feel about it or how they would even discuss it. You don't know the tonality of which somebody will say something, which means a huge deal when you're in the comments. What up, Tammy? I see you. Exactly. Lady J, that's why people love you for your sense of humor, because they know she gonna say something funny, and then that's gonna be that. But if she says something funny and then somebody jumps in and responds to it, there's an engagement happening there. A lot of you guys see this on like the Shade Room and places like that, and Bossip.com and a couple other sites that are on Instagram, that other people will comment back to you. Like I made a comment today, a young lady. And sometimes I'm guilty of really saying, a lot. Excuse me. A young lady made a post, said that she didn't want or didn't need a manager in the music industry. And of course, you guys know my profession is, music industry veteran, producer, writer. I just kind of commented back to her and let her know I disagree. And I gave her the reasons why. And it's got a bunch of likes behind it now, and I had a bunch of other people agreeing with me in the comment section, and that's how you actually are able to gain other people following you. Your comment can and will inspire other people to follow you. Those are the best comments you can ever make. But no one has ever followed anybody for a like. What up, Lyra Fit? What up, Black Speaks? Come over to the YouTube channel and join the community. We over here kicking it. But nobody has gotten a follower. I can almost guarantee nobody's ever gotten a follower from you just putting fire emojis behind somebody's stuff or putting dancing emojis or whatever. It takes a real engagement to get an engagement. And you guys have an opportunity to do that when you comment. It's just crazy powerful what you say. It's crazy powerful what you say, and it can be infectious. I've left comments on different ones where I've gotten tons of feedback. I've gotten in arguments in the comments, but it was fruitful because we have an obligation to speak and to be heard and to open the door for a challenge of any sort, of somebody commenting and whatnot. But I also told you guys about the story when about the following tips that I gave you. The following tip that I gave y'all was, hey, don't argue with nobody that isn't following you. I gave y'all that tip, and I told y'all how to go in your settings and change it that people who want to comment on your page have to be following you. That's another hack that I want y'all to have. RJ, happy birthday, bro. We on YouTube. Come on over, and so I can have the YouTube community wish you a happy birthday, man. It's important that y'all understand that your comment and your ability to comment back to other people is everything. It's everything. You have to guard your space with your comments, as well as decide to be vulnerable, witty, engaging, creative, outspoken, all the things that you can be in the comment section, especially of the person that you want to engage with. Like, you should take the extra time to do the extra work to get the extra benefits. You all want a benefit from somebody on social media somewhere at some point in some time. And if not, you're not using your social media correctly. If not, you're not using it correctly. That's right, Nichelle. 5 words or more. 5 words is enough, and then you can go emoji crazy if you want. Like, you can do all that emoji dancing and all that kind of stuff y'all want to do. But say something. Now, 5 words or more is for Instagram, but if you're creative with your 5 words, it could be for the person that's the person of interest. You know, everybody wants to have a conversation, and the comment is where it begins on these social media platforms. Nobody can stop you from doing it. Some people turn comments off, but some people will do that. Tammy says, I'm over 50, so I actually like to talk, not type. That, listen, so for Tammy, your comment can lead to you being invited into somebody's live to have a conversation. It could be you invited into my program as a person that's being interviewed to have a conversation. Your comment leads the way. If in fact, over time, Tammy, you join and I just catch a vibe, I just hear you comment, how you communicate with other people that are on the live and all those kind of things. That's when it's like, hey, Tammy, man, you're a wealth of knowledge. I would love to have you on, join me live and let the people hear you talk, and we can have this conversation that we've been having in the comments. We can actually have this conversation, we can have this conversation in front of people. We can have this conversation and let everybody eat off of it. You know what I'm saying? That's important. And yeah, I'm listen, this stuff works. Like that's all I can say is this stuff works. You're absolutely right. And that's why some people thrive and some people don't, Lady J, is some people really know how to have a conversation via the comment section to make somebody say, man, I want to hear more from that person. And I've done it. Listen, these tools that I'm giving y'all are tried and proven. And when y'all get the book, it's a testimonial in there about that. Like there's a testimonial from people who did that. Yes, it does. Yes, you can leave voice message comments in the DMs, but we haven't gotten to the DMs yet, Andrea. I will get you there. What up, Key? Make sure you come join us live on YouTube. Comments in the DM via voicemail or just being in the DMs, we got a ways to go before you get into somebody's DMs. And let me just say this, Andrea. Let me double back on that. If your comment is provoking enough, that could be the introduction to the DM. And ultimately, that's where you want to get to with your people or person of interest. That's where we're headed. We're trying to be in somebody's DMs. Whether it's a love interest, whether it's a business interest, whether it's just a partnership of some sort or ambassadorship or whatever, it can get you in there. Now, y'all would think I was crazy if I said that, that there's almost no person on social media that I couldn't get them to respond to you. Using social digital currency, there's not a person on this platform that I could not get to respond back to you. And that's a whole nother conversation. Like that's a whole big thing. What up, Tasha? That's a whole big conversation, like real talk. And then it's dedication and it's effort and it's being savvy and but again, there are testimonials out there of people who've reached individuals that would most times seem untouchable. And it's a very pronounced way of doing it. But these are the techniques. You got to follow them. You got to like some of their pictures and you got to comment. But that's not enough. And I'm going to get into the other things. There you go. Everybody, you see it says Richard Jenkins right there. That's my boy RJ. If y'all could wish him a happy birthday, that'd be so dope. You know what I'm saying? It's his birthday. He's a good kid, man. I appreciate it if y'all just wish RJ, I'm going to put this up there, RJ a happy birthday. We celebrating with you tonight. Tasha, come on over to the YouTube page and kick it with us. While y'all wish RJ a happy birthday, I do have the Midas touch, Lady J. While y'all wish RJ a happy birthday, I'll remind y'all, if you haven't, hit the like button so that the thumbs up is cracked up. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'm on a mission, you know what I mean, to grow this channel ridiculously. Make sure you turn on notifications so when the room starts, I can start a little bit earlier. What up, Cooks and Treats? I want to start the room a little bit earlier. You know, I think we were like almost 25 minutes in on this one. Let me go ahead and let RJ get his flowers. There you go, RJ. Jackie says happy birthday. Tammy says happy birthday. Miss Lady J said happy birthday. Jill said happy birthday. Yeah, man. That's beautiful. Thank you guys. But the comment is powerful. Now, and then Tasha said happy birthday too over on IG. She coming over to YouTube. Okay, cool. Andrea said happy birthday and gave you another wish. See, those, listen, y'all don't understand. I'm watching y'all now. Y'all don't understand. That was kind of a test. That was kind of a test. Now, if RJ was to see, you know, RJ sees all these, and out of courtesy, he's going to respond to everybody, right? And that's just what you do. But who do y'all think would get the most engagement because of their post? Would it be Jackie, Tammy, Miss Lady J, I call it Miss Nye, I'm going to say that, Jill, or Andrea? Now, and I think Tasha, if they saw, well, Tasha said happy birthday, RJ. Praising God, we're over on my YouTube channel. Come join us. In the real world, the one who would have the quickest or a likelihood of another engagement would be Andrea, because not only did she say happy Earth Day, RJ, she says, may this year be the best year yet for you. So there's the happy birthday sentiment, and she doubled down. Yep, see, Jill, you got it. Yep. What up, Jeff? What up, Jeff? Yeah, I talked to you earlier. Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the room. Make sure you hit the like button now that you've joined, and subscribe. I think you already did subscribe. That's why you're here. So that's dope. Deb, man, Eli, we're on my YouTube channel. Come on over there. And Eli, I know you haven't subscribed, and Deb, you either. So come over, subscribe, and hit the like button and join us. But that's the important part of a comment. And Jill, you're so spot on. Andrea's comment left room for RJ to expound on that, to say more about that than the other comments. Now, don't get me wrong, all the other comments are great. Like everything everybody said was official. But if you did that on Instagram, RJ doesn't benefit from the happy birthday from Jackie. He doesn't benefit from Tammy. He almost benefited from you, Miss Nye. You needed one more word. Jill, he didn't benefit from that. But Andreas, he benefited from fully. And she was able to do emojis and words. So now y'all know. Thank you so much, Deb. Now y'all understand, right? Like, even in your quick engagements, think about how you're engaging. Because, what up, Tasha? Hey, Tasia. Hey, come over to my YouTube and then also DM me your updated contact. I don't have it. IBC, what up? We're live on my YouTube and it's popping. Come join the comment section. It's a lot of information for y'all to learn, but also some things that I'm expounding on in communicating with you guys in the comment section. But you guys just saw that, right? That interaction that we just had, it was not planned. That was not the purpose of me having you guys wish him a happy birthday. But I want to be able to use each thing that we do on here as an example for you to understand how best to use that form of social digital currency. Especially in a situation where you guys don't even know what RJ does, but he's an asset person. Like, he's a person who can be an asset to any situation that he becomes involved in. What up, Early Adapter? We're live on my YouTube. He's a person that, you know, can assist you with so many of the things that you guys want to do. If you're on any social media network, he's a guy that can help your social media network increase. He's a videographer, he's a director, he's a cinematographer. So those things help, especially when you engage with him and give him a well wish. And then if later on down the road, Andrea sees him, he's going to remember, oh, that's old girl who wished me a happy birthday. You know, she was very sincere about her approach. Let me shout her out. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys are reciprocating, following each other, and increasing your opportunity to engage with one another, because you never know where you can be an asset to another person. And that's where commenting comes into place. If no one knows what you do or how you get down or none of that, they're less likely to engage with you. I know I'm not hanging around some people, I don't know what they get, how they vibe out. I ain't doing that. Like, where do people do that? Like, where do people hang out with people that they have no idea, other than the fact that they think your stuff is popping with fire emojis? So take every opportunity, even the small ones become big ones if you nurture them. If you and that's why I said this is not a one moment thing, right? It's not a leave one comment and expect, like, leave a comment and then wait for somebody to get back at you, get back with you and say something. That's not how comments work. Exactly, Tasha. Look, that's exactly what you do, Tasha, right there. And he's gonna be like, oh wow, that's dope. And as he continues, he sees these things and he starts. We all listen. We have a memory, and I know that we don't get to flex our long-term memory much because we got so much stuff happening in real time. Like, everything's moving so fast and just popping. But it's moments like these. Like, I'll remember Tasha was very engaging on my platform. Andrea and everybody else, y'all have spoken a lot. I know y'all. Like, I really do got a vibe for everybody in here. And I'd be like, yo, it would probably be the coolest thing to hang out with all these people because of the way they kick it. Now, it's a few people that aren't here right now that also add the spice of this room. And when they come, y'all will know, because this thing will turn all the way up. They're probably busy at the moment. But what we can do, one thing I have y'all do right now. What up, O Canada Market? We're live on my YouTube. Come join us. Nichelle clearly didn't learn from what I just said. I'm just messing with you, Nichelle. Listen, let's do this. While you guys are here right now, if you look at your at the below the screen that you're watching, you see that share button. This is a social digital currency spin I want you to do. Hit the share button. It's going to give you some options. It's probably going to have your Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook attached. I need you guys to hit the Twitter, hit the LinkedIn and the Facebook post or whatnot, and let people know that we're live now, and give them an opportunity to join. Because here's the other part. You want those people to understand how you communicate. You want those people to understand how you're commenting and why you're commenting. What up, Zan? Zante? Yeah. We're live on my YouTube. Come join us. But you want people to understand why you're doing what you're doing, and hopefully it will rub off on them, so when they come to your page, they will leave a worthy comment. They will start engaging. The thing that's missing from your growth on any of these channels, on any of these pages, with any of these people that you want to grow with, is a conversation. And it's easy. Listen, it's easy to get a conversation going with anybody on these platforms. It's as simple as saying, and again, think about this. In order for you to comment, somebody would have to post something. And if they posted something and it caught your attention, then it's worth you saying, yo, I was about to scroll right by this, but yo, this was funny as I don't know what. Boom. Somebody says, our sense of humor aligns. I got somebody who rock with me for the way I think. Do you know how important that is to us? Like, the fact that you guys are here and listening and understanding, that's exactly like that. That is what you want no matter where you go. You want to surround yourself and give people the opportunity to be people of interest to you just as much as you are to them. That's how you become a person of interest. That's the whole objective here, is for you to say something so profound, for you to be a person that they decide to find out more about. That's the reciprocation of your comment, if it's done right. What up, Raz? Listen, you want people to get into what you got going on. That's the whole purpose of an introduction. It's saying, hi, hey, y'all doing? Yeah. Nah, shoot, man, I like flying my drone as much as anybody else. What? You like flying your drone? I like flying my drone too, man. Where you fly your drone at? You know what I mean? Andrea's funny. That's important that we do that we find people that are like-minded. And the only way you do that is by communicating. And if you're not ready to communicate, then social media may not be the jive. What up, Jared? Yeah. Um, so how you comment, like you guys can look at Jared's comment, right? Sup, Scrap? You funking with it? You already got a vibe that he could have said, "How you doing?" He could have said, "Hey, hope things are great." He could have said it any other kind of way, but y'all know he vibed out. You know what I'm saying? You know he be kicking it. Um, and that's it right there, Tursky. So Tursky made a comment on my Instagram. He said, "I like your sunglasses you have on in your YouTube live room." So when I rock my sunglasses, everybody knows I wear my Chloe's, right? And they're very hard to find, and that's not why I wear them. They became hard to find after I bought a few pair, and then they stopped making them. But I rock those joints, and the fact that he left that comment, Tursky's my guy now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Tursky, that's what's up. Why? Because he acknowledged something that I thought was cool, and he says it's cool as well. These are the ways that you interact. These are how it works. What up, Peach LA? Um, if y'all don't understand, there was a story. It's funny. There was a story that I watched when if you go on YouTube and you watch like the best of Chris Tucker on talk shows or something like that. But he said it. He was like on the celebrity side of it, and this is where I'm going with that. So for instance, on the celebrity side of it, if Tursky had said that to me, and Tursky was one of my people we had been around, and he just said, "Man, I love them glasses, man. Them glasses crazy. I don't know what." 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna take the glasses off and say, "Here, bro. You know, these are yours now." Why? Because they meant a lot to him. You know what I'm saying? That's why your comment and your conversation is everything. It's everything. How you comment in these sections, because we're now a social community that is online, people think that it should be a different experience than what you do in person, and it has a nuance to it that does that, but it parallels if you use it correctly. Like I'm me. Like if y'all are ever around me, this is it. This is kind of like how I vibe. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to give any and all of the information that other people have sown into me, or that I've learned from watching and from doing. You guys don't have to go through what I went through. I see Nichelle has figured it out. See, RJ, they loading you up, bro. They loading you up. Um, but that's my thing, right? um, that's what you want. You want people to rock with you, like the people that have met me in person, that I've met on Clubhouse, that have met me. Like I'm a social dude. Like I'm I'm a social guy, and I've always been that way. I'm the youngest of 5, so I've always had to fight for attention, and I love it. I love being in front of the camera. I love being in an environment where there's a bunch of people around, and we get to interact with one another and kick it or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that comes through in everything that you do. What up, Summer Self-Made? It's important that who you are comes through in your comments. It's important that who you are comes through in your story. Listen, there's so many valuable ways. I'm trying to stay focused, because I don't want to give you guys too much, and hopefully y'all understand there's an order in which this goes. What up, Bashful? But there's an order to all of this, and the order makes it all make sense. It just makes it all make sense. You know how they say it's levels to this. It is. And following, liking, and then commenting is this is just the introduction to it. There's so much more for the engagement that you want, but you got to put these in order first. If we're going to get to somebody's DMs, these are 3 of the ways that have to really, really be on point to get there. And it's important how you are in your everyday life, because that's the thing that makes this so necessary, is that one day we may meet in person. And the irony of it is, you should have commented so much. You and I, our conversation should have been so dope that it's like we've known each other. So it's easy to be in each other's presence. And that's how it's been, because a lot of the people that are on Clubhouse that I met, they are who they are. Fireman Bands, he is who he is. Like I went and did a studio session with him. He is who he is. Credit Ninja, she is who she is, and they are who they are. I met them out in Vegas. They are who they are. You know, wow, Andrea. Yeah, Andrea, you should be fighting for all the attention everywhere, all the time. You should be rock star. Thanks, Peach LA. You be blessed as well. I appreciate that big time. If you guys are, let's take a pause for the cause for a second. If you guys are in the room, if you guys are on this live, hopefully you hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, you're now a subscriber. Hopefully I've said something in this conversation with you guys tonight so far that make you say, you know what, I rock with Scrap. I'm definitely subscribing to his channel because I want to be there when he says something else. And I'm turning on notifications because I want to be aware when it's going down. I want to be first in the room. And I'm telling y'all, because guess what's next? It's the irony of me saying that right now is notifications is next. We did follows, likes, comments, and the next one is notifications. Now, I'm not going to talk about notifications tonight because we'll see who turned on notifications next time I open up the room. And then you're going to either know why it's so important or you're going to know why it's not. What up, Kai Clay? Lourdes, what's up? Yo. We're live on my YouTube channel. Come join us. It's at the bottom right there. But I'm only going to ask you these things. I'm only going to put you guys in a position to use the information I'm giving you. So when I told y'all to follow, hopefully you're following, because that's the first thing you got to do. When I tell you to like some stuff, hopefully you've liked some pictures and you've liked some videos that I have, because that's part of the protocol. Hopefully you're commenting on some things, and now with your newfound knowledge, you can comment the correct way and get a real engagement going on the platform. These are, yeah. I mean, I can't. So she said I can hear you a lot better if you quit smiling. I mean, it's impossible not to smile, because when you know you're doing something good and something positive and you're giving people some information that they need, and that they're going to grow from, it's easy to do that. What up, Brittany? Yo, Brittany, come over to the YouTube channel. We're live. We're over kicking it. Arius, come over. John Hack, come over. I know Brittany's course just finished, so you guys definitely want to make sure that you understand that Brittany and I tag teaming you guys with a lot of information. So you guys want to get in there. And Brittany, I appreciate it. Brittany just bought the first badge on my Instagram. And I don't talk about this much, but there's an opportunity for you guys. I'm going to post that, Jackie. Hold on. There's an opportunity for you guys to spend more than your social digital currency. You can actually spend some actual currency by converting it to in a super chat or a super sticker. If you see the $ button at the bottom of the chat, right beneath the chat, it's a $ button there. If you press it, it says send a super chat or a super sticker. Those help the channel. I appreciate it if you do it. She said quit smiling. And Brittany says, yeah, Brittany just bought 2 or 3 badges. What'd you do? Yep. And she says, buy Scrappy badges. I gotta go back up. So if you guys missed it the other night, and again, it's posted. None of this stuff you have to miss. You can always go back and revisit some of this stuff. One of my good friends, she's a I don't know what I don't know what the actual title of what her job is, but she's an expert at sex conversation, and she joined the room, and we kept it PG-13. We kept it kind of clean, so it could be posted. What up, Trey Parker? What up, Goddess? What up, After Church? Make sure y'all come over to the YouTube channel, man. The conversation is real crazy over there. But we had a really, really dope conversation. She was actually on the screen with me. We shared the space, and we did a live interview where she discussed, some things that, it's always hot when Lucia's in the room. I got to tell y'all that. There's a post of Lucia, myself, Prestige, and Miss Hollywood. And let me tell you, I mean, those ones, they all have the limited exposure to them because they really went deep. They really went deep on that, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's a somatic sex expert. What up, Kira? Welcome to the room. Yeah, man. There go my people. My folks is coming in the room now. So, but we were on and I'm just trying to help you understand that your comment is like standing up in the room and helping people understand who you are, where you're coming from, what kind of vibe you're on, you know. And you guys have been on Clubhouse and you've seen this stuff work in real time. You've heard somebody speak on Clubhouse and you was like, ugh, I ain't rocking with them. It's the same thing. When people it's the same thing in an audible format. When people comment on Clubhouse, you either rocking with them or you're like, maybe not. And from there, you decide to follow or unfollow. You decide to engage or not to engage. That's why it's important what you say and how you say it. It's super important that we manage that. What up, Dominique? Um, and so I kind of make sure, you know, I do think about what I comment, and I do think. He said after church, how are you posting all at one? Which platform? I'm posting on like 6 platforms right now. Right now you can see me live on Instagram, and I could actually pull the Instagram into this conversation, but I may do that in the future. I'm just not gonna do it right now. Where the Instagram feed shows up on there, because I want everybody on the YouTube channel to have a conversation and to engage there, because YouTube gives you so YouTube has a better way of celebrating the creator of the room, the creator who's bringing this platform together. Instagram is cool. Instagram, they're learning. Excuse me. They're learning how to do it, but for me, YouTube has it all the way figured out, and I like being on YouTube because it gives me an opportunity to do what I'm doing now without the screen real estate being so small and having to be in portrait mode. If you guys come over to YouTube and you see the layout, now it's a real thing. Like it looks, it represents what we're doing, and although I am broadcasting on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Twitch, Restream, and YouTube, this is all geared towards YouTube. And if you so happen to catch it on those other ones, cool. But I do not promote, nor do I put the ability to re-watch on those platforms, because I'm directing everybody here to YouTube. Anyway, then you get to watch the replay, Nichelle, if you're asleep. And you should never be asleep during my broadcast. Booyah! Why? Because you're going to get the notification. Also, I'll get better at posting in the daytime on Instagram, like upcoming shows. And I did have a list of the times, but can I be honest with you? It is extremely difficult to run a show 5 days a week and be on time, especially when you have other things to do. Like, because I have to create, you know what I mean? Musically, I still, people still want things from me musically, and I have to deliver. And I can tell you, I am at the show and juggling. You know what I'm saying? After church, DM me and I'll tell you how I do that. But spend some social digital currency, brother, if I'm gonna hook you up. But yeah, so don't be asleep, Nichelle. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so the other part of this, right? And they do have to work, Lady J. It's important that you master the art of communication. Doesn't matter if it's online or offline. Like, when I talk about comments, that's all I'm asking y'all to do is master the art of communication for your benefit. If you're going to be at the party, you might as well talk to some people. Even if it ain't about hollering at them. Even if it ain't, do you understand? Like, even if you're not going to holler at them, you need to talk to some people when you're out. You need to talk to some people when you're out. My fault after church. What else? School. But yeah, you got to communicate with people. You got to leave comments that make sense. You know what I'm saying? I know, Jackie, I really do. It takes It's coming, Jackie. I promise you. I'm a continue doing this on my own until somebody says, "Scrap, I got you. Let's do this." I'm okay with that. But consistency is the concern for everything dope. It's being consistent. So bringing consistency back to comments. If you are comfortable being yourself at all times, your comments will reflect the person that you are mostly. And in doing that, people will engage with you because they know what they're going to get. That's the whole reason why people come to, when people come visit my channel, they know they're going to get music and some knowledge, one of the two. And of course, I joke around because it's a part of who I am. You know what I'm saying? But consistently, I can give you those things, no problem, anytime, all the time, every day. You know what I mean? Um, and so that's because that's that synergy, Andrea. But that's what is necessary. You know what I'm saying? Is the consistency of commenting. And again, I'm trying to communicate that. I'm trying to communicate that without giving away so much about notifications, because notifications is so powerful that every app except for one, every social media platform except for TikTok has a notifications button. And that just goes to show how important it is that everywhere you go, everywhere else you go, they have that capability. But it's also you can communicate. It's also that you can be on the page and leave a comment and communicate with each other. And the source from which your comment comes from. If you're a person who and here's the part. You be who you are. Just be who you are, hardcore, everywhere you go. Now, it's going to yield results. And this is the part where you have to decide, do you need to tweak who you are all the time? If you need to tweak, if you're a person who comes in and you've always got what people would describe, okay, so it's not TikTok then it's Snapchat. It's one of those. It's either TikTok or Snapchat, and I got to look. But if you're a person who always says negative comments, that's okay. As long as you're consistent and as long as you enjoy the results. If you enjoy the results of being that way, by all means, keep it up. People will know you for that, and you will earn a spot in people's mind as that person. But if it doesn't yield the results that you want, then you got to tweak that and adjust it and shift it, and your comments should reflect that. But remember, negative comments and negative people sting a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they sting and are way more memorable than people who leave good comments. Y'all know this. Y'all remember a car accident more than you remember flowers blooming in a place where they don't normally bloom. So keep that in mind. If you're going to be negative, it's hard to wipe that stuff off. And people remember how you made them feel versus what you said. Or maybe both. Ooh. So keep that in mind. You catch more bees with honey. Ain't that what they say? So make sure y'all hit the like button, because I see we got a bunch of people watching. I'm cool with that. But hit the like button. Feel free, if I said something that that you enjoyed, you're gonna that you're gonna regurgitate to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Feel free. You can get a super chat or a super sticker too. That'd be awesome. What up, Just Jeter? But I'm very cautious, and I very rarely leave little comments. I almost speak to people when I'm commenting. It's a part of nature, Jill. There are people who are negative people. And the cool thing about negative people is they help you recognize people who aren't. And they make you appreciate people who aren't negative a lot more. You can't appreciate the sun except for the rain. I've always remembered that. I appreciate all comments. You guys won't see me mute comments on my page unless it's like racist or homophobic, or if it's something out of the, if it's something whack, that's just not acceptable, period, yeah, I'll delete that comment. But other than that, you can say what you want about me. You can, because what you say about me doesn't make it true about me. It just means that's what you say about me. And if you say something negative, the funny part is sometimes people will come to your rescue and put stuff in play. Uh, you know, put stuff out there. You know, what's up, Chon City TV? We're live on YouTube. I appreciate that, Nichelle. Booyah! I wish I had some kind of effect I could do right now since you, bought what was that, super chat or super sticker? Let me see. Can I do that? Let me give her that. Yo, that's what's up. Um, as you should, Tammy. You know, what up, Kay? Join us live on YouTube. Tammy said, be prepared for long-winded DM. Oh my God. So wait, Tammy, the question is, have you spent enough social digital currency to jump in my DMs? That is a real thing, y'all. That is a real thing, and that's what you guys are working towards. You're commenting and your support of a person on their page, whether it's the social digital currency or like the actual currency that Nichelle just spent. Like y'all gotta know, like I'm when Nichelle enters the room, I gotta kind of bow down because she's converted her social digital currency into actual currency, which means a lot towards her social currency reigning with me. Like it's way up there, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. I just want to let her know. And that's a cool little meme coin, meme joint, the Shiba joint. But if I come back to it, I say negative people are mostly, let's read this. Negative people are mostly feeding off the energy that negative attention brings them. There's a yin and a yang to everything. I agree, right? And it's up to you whether you want to engage. What up, Gus? We're live on my YouTube channel. Come join me, homie. It's up to you how you address those people and how you engage with those people. I'm probably one of the more positive minded people that you're going to meet. And it's because I've been through so much that I know there's no time to be wasted being negative. And I know that because of what I've been through, it's very difficult for even the most negative minded person to say something that's truly going to affect me. The challenges in my life, I've overcome a lot of them that has made me so grateful that it's difficult for me to have people affect me that way. Now, I don't say it's impossible. If any of you have spent enough time on Clubhouse, you know, Clubhouse, depending on what room you're in and what the conversation is and how people are commenting, it can be a real vibe killer, you know. And I'm not, you know, and if anybody's noticed, I've kind of shifted away from it a lot. Gus, we're not doing lives on my IG today, homie, but if you want, we'll set something up where you can go live with me on my YouTube. But we're doing something where, you know, I manage my time on Clubhouse. A lot of people at one point, you knew where, when, and how to find me on Clubhouse. And I was there regularly. And then I started realizing like, yo, the difficulty for a positive minded person is this. As much as you put out there, there has to be resources that sow back into you, and good people. I'm fortunate enough to have a lot of good people online and in person around me that sow into me in such a way that I feel invincible at times when I enter into environments where there's a lot of negativity. Some of you have been witness to me being in rooms and people saying the most crazy stuff, you know what I mean, and the engagements being wild. And I typically, you know, am unaffected. And it's because I know that a person that is negative and commenting towards me in a negative manner, they have the problem more so than I do. Just because you're mad doesn't mean I have to be. And that's my approach in those conversations. You can be mad. I've got nothing that has made me mad enough to want to reciprocate that vibe. What up, Angie? You know, so I don't do that. So I don't participate that way. I actually let it bounce off me, and the more I let it bounce off me, has anybody ever done that? Has anybody ever kept their cool in the midst of somebody who was losing their cool and recognize that it makes them lose their cool even more, that you're cool? It's just a sign of control, and I refuse to allow negative energy to control me or anyone to have that type of control over me for that matter. You can't allow people to control you and how you move. And this is where you have to really practice being strong-minded and strong-willed, because there are entities out there who prey off of your response. They prey off of the way that you respond to them. And a lack of feeding into that energy makes their idiocy, that it makes that moment so much bigger for them. I appreciate that, Jeff. It makes it so much bigger to see. Like, have y'all ever? Yeah, sometimes y'all gotta step out of the way and let a fool be a fool. I said that to somebody before. I can't remember where I was at. I was like, somebody was like, make him be quiet, make him be quiet. I said, no, don't make him be quiet. Allow him to speak so everybody can see how foolish this person is. It's a necessary form of communicating and fighting, is let somebody fight themselves. Negative people will beat themselves up. All you got to do is get out of the way. Whether it be in the comment section on Clubhouse or whether it's the comment section on, on your IG, people can see that. Don't erase it. Allow people to see that there's a butthole in the room. Yeah, there you go. What up, Gus? My homie Seymour in the building. Hey, I know him as Gus. Y'all know him as Seymour. We used to call him Young James Ingram. He got vocals. He can sing y'all out your drawers, lady. Watch it. Yeah. So, and then of course you guys have heard the old adage, never stoop to a professional's level. Like, most people who have practiced being fools and stupid and negative have years of experience doing that. What makes you think that you can compete with somebody who got years of experience being that way over you? I don't even stoop to the level. Hey, man, it's all yours. You win. You got it. Go for it. I'll stand by. And again, the tool that I told you guys to use on Instagram is the ability to make sure that anybody that you're arguing with is paying you to argue with them. You know, that's right. I like that, Tammy. And that is the truth. Listen to this. Tammy said, Mama used to say, see two fools arguing, passerby won't know which one is the fool. Do y'all get it? When you see two people arguing, you don't know who the idiot is that's continuing the arguing, because you got two people still doing it. And if one person was swearing up and down that they was the guru, or they were swearing that they were the one who was right, a right person ain't never got to argue. Y'all do know that, right? Like, a person who is right is the fool for arguing with somebody that they know is dead ass wrong. What up, Nate? What up, Adoxo? You know what I mean? That's right, Andrea. This part. Never allow anyone to have control over you. And that's from having control over you is you reacting. So, again, I go back to this. It was an epiphany for me. Like, it was a moment for me when this guy was going back and forth with me on my the Relationship Expert IG page. And I was going back and forth with this dude, just responding. And I realized he was being stupid. The more I kept responding, I was like, well, who's stupid, him or me? Then I was like, hold on. Is this dude following me? Like, and when I say that, I'm saying, is he paying the cost of an engagement? Has he spent any social digital currency to continue this? And I looked, this dude wasn't even following me. I was like, I can't believe I'm sitting up here. I can't believe I'm sitting up here engaging with this dude like this, back and forth and all this banter, and he is not even following me. I was so mad at myself. Like, that's us. In the real world, that's us. That's when, what up, Supermodel? We live on the IG. Come on over, girl. That's us, though. That's when we're out in a situation and we do something out in the she said, when you start in your church. That's funny. When you're out in public and you should be walking away from a situation. You know what I mean? Like, when you should walk away from a situation, but yet we entertain it. And these people haven't placed any value in it. I learned these kind of things a little early on in terms of, I learned how to walk away from fights, especially with strangers. What up, DJ Monte? We live on my YouTube. Come join me, homie. I don't entertain strangers, not even, especially at a heightened and heated level. Why? Because if I walk away, I'll never see them again, and then I don't have to worry about any kind of engagement. Like my hand, this hand, I had my knuckle back here from hitting the dude at Michigan State. What up, Dolce? At Michigan State, in a situation I should have just walked away from. Like, there's a scar on my hand. I have a scar that I will always remember a moment where I was stupid and I should have walked away. I don't even remember the dude's name. I will never see this. This dude could walk up to me right now and I never know he was the dude I hit. None of that. It was a pointless engagement. You know what I mean? So in that situation, I take it back to how we engage on these platforms and how you protect your space is you don't have to respond to every comment and you don't have to allow them to affect you. And especially if they have not sewn into you in any way, everybody can't have access to you. And that's kind of how you manage your comments. Hopefully you're commenting on, hopefully you're engaging with people that you want to rock with. And then if they are, then yes, there's some leniency and there's also an expectancy for them to be a certain way when interacting with you. Hopefully we're talking and discussing and dealing with people of great moral character. And if not, they're going to show you. And then you have a choice. And that's what I say to you guys in terms of when you're joining these platforms and you're in these rooms, especially on Clubhouse. Clubhouse has a leave quietly button. I use it often. I don't join everybody's stage. What up, Supermodel? I don't join everybody's stage. Like, I get invited onto everybody's stage when I come in the room. I don't join everyone's stage because I want to see what the temperament of the room is like first. I want to dip my toe in. I want to say, is this what this water like? Because everybody, when you come in the room, come on in, the water's fine. I'd be like, ooh, maybe not. Let me wait. I remember, let me think back. Let me think. Yeah, there was this one time I walked into this room and I was just observing for a minute, and then one of the people who were a moderator recognized me in the audience and was like, yo, come on up. And I was like, all right, cool. And I figured I'd just sit there for a minute and chill out. And then some of his people went to my profile and started calling me out. It was a weird kind of room, but they was calling me out. You know what I'm saying? So here I am sitting there like, what did I just walk into? And I realized that these people they had a whole nother motive and they wanted to attack. You know what I mean? They were attacking people. And so I like that right there. I'm gonna post that. And so I stayed in there. And I was defending myself, you know what I'm saying? And then there's something that clicked in my mind and was like, Busta! And so I had to reevaluate what I was doing in that room with this group of people who clearly I didn't know, who wasn't supporting me and was sucking all the energy out of me. So I left. And then the people who saw me in there were like, yo, you did a good job defending yourself. They are some crocs. The stuff that they talk about and the way that they think is totally off. You know, their mindset is bananas. You did the right thing, blah, 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 blah. What up, Sweet Malika? We're live on my YouTube channel. Come join us. So I walked out of there. There were a couple people who were in that room who was there. It was a one-time lesson. And that's the other part. You guys don't need to be repeated overly and taught, you know, places and spaces to be and not to go. Y'all know better than that. We just have to listen. People will tell you everything you need to know about them if you just listen. If you are, you know, especially with these rooms, I go in, I listen, I see how people are commenting towards one another. And I made a rule up early on Clubhouse that I would not participate in rooms where they said one mic, one mic, one mic, one mic, one mic, one mic. I was running from the one mics. Anybody been in the room? Raise your hand if you've been in the room. You know what? Let's do this. Here you go. I got a poll for y'all. Have you been in a one mic room on Clubhouse? Let's do this poll. Let's do this poll right quick. I'm curious. There's a poll up right now that says, have you been in a one mic room on Clubhouse? I'm going to leave this poll up for 2 minutes. 2-minute poll over there. What up, Claire? Claire, we're live on my YouTube channel. Come join us. I know you can. There's so many rooms that do that, and I just don't. It's a matter of controlling how the moderators are handling it. And if the moderators can't manage the room, then what am I doing in there? What up, Castro? There she go. There she goes. She said, folk only have to show me once, maybe twice, who they are. And then after that, I don't care to be involved. I don't care how much social digital currency may come from the experience or the connection. Girl, don't be using my word up in there like that. She's woo. Yo, those are the most craziest rooms to be in. If you've never been in one of those rooms, then you know, you're navigating your way really good. You know what I'm saying? Because based off the way people communicate, it definitely will change how you feel in your experience on the platform. Let's a quick commercial break. If you guys are in the room and you have not hit the like button, hit the share button too, man. The share button goes a long way with you inviting others into the room so that they can hear some of this conversation. Because again, if you share it with the people that you rock with, then they get the benefit of knowing what you know, and they have no excuse not to do what they should be doing. That's the dope part about information. That's the dope part about having this opportunity to have this stuff recorded, because you can always forward this to somebody that you think needs to know it. Like somebody who calls himself a friend of yours that is always on your page but doesn't comment correctly. All they do is emojis. You can send them this and say, no, that's not how you're supposed to be spending your social digital currency. If you got people who don't know how to like or how to be a super follower, you can send them one of the previous videos so they understand, like, yo, there's a way to move around to truly show how you are supporting or engaging and moving around on these platforms. She said, I feel the spirit of Maya Angelou. Oh, that's funny. And again, I rise. But I think that I think that's important, you know what I'm saying? That you share this content, right? It's so important to get the message out. And unfortunately, the only ways we have to do that is by social media. And if you're not spending your social digital currency to advance the way that people communicate with you, especially, that's why I'm so excited about not only, you know, when I do these lives, but I get excited about the fact that I have a book that's going to teach you guys how to do this. And then it's a book that you use, but you're going to have to gift it to the people in your life and the family members that you have, so that they understand when you go on these platforms, when you're trying to grow your business, when you're trying to continue a friendship or a relationship, or you're trying to grow your network so you're more visible, that your family understands the reasons why you're doing certain things and how that means and what that means. So I'm gonna end the poll right now. We got 73% have been in those kind of rooms. 3/4 of the people have been in a one mic room. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, totally understandable and believable. I don't know if you guys can see the poll right there. Let me see. I deleted the app and a few others because what I found is that people begin to expect that you're going to keep being their energy guinea pig. I'm not with that. You lose value if everyone has access. Yes, I think that you have to require people. You have to require from people what they require from you. I have a policy. Maybe you guys can adopt it. I think it'll help you out. And I posted this on one of my Instagrams at some point. But I said, do not allow anyone to vent to you without telling you 3 positive things or uplifting things before they do. Blow up the balloon before you suck all the air out of it. That's it. What up, Leisha Love? Um, you have to let people. You have to require people to blow air into you before they take it all out of you. That has to be a requirement of yours. And until you tell them that, it's not their fault, because people are naturally takers. The concept of social digital currency starts with giving off rip. That's the concept of everything great in life, giving. Everywhere you go, that's the greatest contribution you could give to somebody, is to give to somebody who without them even having to ask. That's when it really gets dope. Is when people say, "Hey man, I thought about you and I just did this." You know, "Hey man, I thought about," So we have to direct people a little bit more. We got to direct people better for the experiences that I don't discard people easily. I'll be honest. I do not discard people easily for two reasons. And I'm really giving y'all so much more than this comment conversation, but we here. I don't discard people because I like to always know who I'm dealing with. Good, bad, or indifferent, I like to always know who I'm dealing with. You can only get away with doing what you did to me once. You can't get away with doing what you did to me twice, because I know what it looks like, and you cannot do it to me again. A lot of you throw people away very easily, and then you have to go back and manage these new relationships with the skepticism that was left by the prior relationship. What up, bots? We live on my IG right now, homie. I don't discard people because I like to know who I'm dealing with. If I deal with somebody who cheated me out some money, well, I know how to manage that relationship with that person. I know not to put them in a position where they can do that to me again, or give them any kind of latitude like that. But they were my friend for a reason. They were invited into the inner circle for a reason. And once you learn that, you learn how to manage people, and you know how to safeguard your way. And usually those people, especially if they know that they try to manage themselves and make amends or whatnot, but you still know what you know about that person. And to me, that's a safer place to be, versus having to go out and retrain and retrust, someone new. You know what I'm saying? That's more of a challenge to me than, I mean, you see people, man, that swap out friends so often. What up, Gabby? You see people who swap people out so often, and you have to say to yourself, does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to really ask yourself, does that make sense? That I'm swapping out a person only to figure out somebody new who may be potentially more dangerous than the person that I knew most of about. Yeah, it's that, Andrea. It's the art of war, but it's also the art of psychology. What up, Tech Wesley? It's also the part of saying, I accept you for who you are, and because I accept you for who you are, there are limits to how I can engage with you, because who you are isn't completely respectable in our friendship or whatever we got going on. I like that. I like that, Kira. People show you who they are, and you deal with them accordingly. That's how it doesn't become a trust issue, Miss Lady, because you know where and how much trust you can allot that person. But with new people, you have no idea. You have no idea how they could be possibly playing you. You know? So we kind of manage it from there. You know what I mean? So I like to, it's not a keep your enemies close. And even after you've decided to keep those people near and dear, you still don't, of course they don't have the access that they had before. Of course you don't keep them as close as you do as before, but yep, you got to, it's your intuition. And that's so with all this stuff, right? With everything that how we communicate, when you leave a comment, a person intuitively will know if you're being yourself or if you're gassing somebody up or whatever the case may be. That's why comments from people being true to themselves, Whether, like we said, whether you're a negative energy person, consistently be yourself. Anybody ask you to change, you may not like the results, or you might not like the return on that investment of being negative. But if it's who you are, man, what do we to say to that? And that's a challenge that people have, is with accepting themselves on social media. Like, you are who you are. What up, Thomas? You are who you are. Just be confident in that. That's what's going to attract people. You know, when you see people who y'all think, when people see people they don't think should be together, I think they were just honest with themselves. I think they were just like, this is me. I was myself to her, or whatever, and they like me for that. You know? Like, they liked me for who I was, and so that was a huge thing, you know? You guys all have an opportunity to be yourselves and go from there. And it's your fault if you were putting on, or you were capping and doing something else. What up, Core DJ Hershey? If you were doing, we live on my YouTube channel. It's a whole nother layout, homie. Come over there. If you do that, it's a whole nother experience. Oh, Andrea, she said, wish I had heard this 20 years prior, man. Would have sure helped my chess game. That's funny. Nah, I mean, and listen, it's better late than never, Andrea. Like, there's no time to, I want everybody to understand this. And I wish our government would understand that. When you're going down the wrong road, it's never too late to turn around. And unfortunately, people don't turn around. They actually double down on the bad behavior. They double down on the mistake. And so it's never too late for you to say, well, let me just go the other way. You know, why not do that? Let me go the other way real quick. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing, Lady J. That's a whole nother thing. You're right. Yep, I know that saying right there, Jackie. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Every time I hear that, I don't know if anybody else hears George Bush trying to say that statement, but that is the funniest statement that I remember when he was trying to say. He said, fool me once, shame on you. And then he said, fool me twice. Well, you know. And it was funny the way that clip goes. It's hilarious. You got to hear it. It's like funny as I don't know what. But yeah, anyway, with that in mind, yeah, I don't want to get into that though, Kira, because that's where we're at right now. We're so far down the wrong path that they're saying keep going, just keep going. You know, it's gonna work out. But it's like, nah, man, it ain't gonna work out the right way. Y'all need to turn around. And I want to say that to anybody who's in the room. Like, listen, especially in a situation where right now where I'm giving y'all some new information that you didn't know before. Hopefully you do a hard stop. And this is what I said. I said this when I was talking to people when they were asking about solutions for our country. I said we need to make a hard stop. We need to make a hard stop in the sand. Yeah, that was it, Nicole. That in the shell. That's funny, right? He said, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't fool me again. It was funny, yo. Y'all gotta go hear that comment. But that's where we're at, man. We need to take a hard stop, and hopefully with this last, I get trapped into going in it. Let me get off of that. And maybe that's a conversation for another time, another day, but definitely not for. I don't want to taint this comment conversation on social digital currency to be derailed by the idiocy of our country right now. So. I think you guys really get the gist of, you know, the importance of how you comment and why you comment a certain way, and how that's going to benefit your experience online. And hopefully it transcends to offline. You know what I mean? It's so important that the way we do that benefits you. You have time. It is what we are wealthy in at this moment that we're in it, and we're able to spend it. We're spending time right now. With every heartbeat, with every moment, we're spending time. And there's no way to rewind it. So you got to make sure that the investment in the time that you're spending is worth it. I hope, I know by you being here, I know that by you subscribing, I know by you guys hitting the like button that you absolutely value it. For those who bought super stickers and super chats, I know you really, really value it, and you think I'm something special. Oh my God, that you would do that, because that's the ultimate. I guess that's like one of the ultimate compliments to a person who's online, and I think that's why. Clubhouse implemented the ability for people to sew into you by tips and whatnot. Is that it's a step above. It's saying that the conversation and the person that's communicating is a step above spending social digital currency. You know what I mean? And that goes a long way. So Nichelle, I really want to shout you out. I think it's super dope. You know what I'm saying? That you do that because YouTube sees it and says, wow, this person really enjoys the content that this person is presenting, and it's super dope, and I appreciate that. It's still not too late for anybody else who wants to buy a super sticker or a super chat while we're here, because we're still kicking it. But yeah, it is a whole vibe, man, and I think that there was so much that you guys can gain from this conversation. I know that when you guys, one of the coolest things about this is you can rewatch. You can rewatch this stuff. You know what I mean? You can rewatch and hear all this stuff and catch those moments. And if you haven't wrote it down, you don't have to. You can replay it and get that information that you want. You know what I'm saying? That's the important part about these platforms. It gives you the opportunity to revisit it. That was my challenge with Clubhouse in the beginning. It was like, yo, man, if you the realest thing I can say you is in the beginning stages, December and January of last year and February, it was so much dope game being spit. Like I was having such an amazing time on the platform, communicating, that I was disgusted by the fact that none of it could be recorded. Because just like tonight, how a lot of our conversation has been ad-libbed, and we've been able to share. I appreciate that, brother. It means a lot. Us, but you're gonna have to put a K in my name, SKRAPP. As long as you know me, man, I ain't never spelled my name like that. What up, DMH Entertainment? He gonna spell my name Scrap with a C. Y'all know my name start. My spelling is SKRAPP. Sure enough. And it's right there. Look right there. Look right here. Let me see. Right there. You see it? Come on, man. Gus. And you'd be surprised, man. So many people do that. And I'd be like, yo, don't y'all see the name? It's right there. Y'all didn't catch that? Y'all ain't got it right there, you know what I'm saying? But so right now you guys should really feel very empowered. You know how to follow. Man, you ain't drinking. You know how to follow. We spent, I want to say, 2 hours talking about followers, super followers, how to be an amazing follower. What up, Sarah? Sarah, we're live on my YouTube. Come join us. It gave you all the tools to participate. How do you follow? Who's your ideal follower? Like, a lot of this stuff y'all need to know, so you know what kind of bait to use, who you're gonna go after. Hey, Jill, I appreciate that. Payal, surrounded with little purple stars. Y'all got to know who your who your audience is. And if you know who your audience is, then you know who to go and follow and who to like. And that was the other thing. We talked about followers. We talk about likes. Those are important because they play well together. They are used in conjunction with one another for the goals that y'all want. For the he ain't been drinking. Like, that's my boy. Can I tell you, I'm maybe ever seen him drink twice in life. Like, Gus I've seen him drink more coffee than anything else. I've never seen him drink. Maybe, like I said, twice ever. But you guys have the tools to follow. That's the first thing. And what you mean as a follower, what you mean to the platform as a follower, and what you mean to the person of interest that you're following, and what your expectations are from the people who are following you. Again, think about this. This is a very reciprocal conversation that we're having, and way of being is that you want people to do things a certain way, but you have to do it too. Like, you should be doing it first, and then helping them or educating them on how to continue that. Like, that's the part. Lady J, I always want to sip on something. We all need a shot. Listen, if it was Friday, maybe if it was Friday, I go back to the bar and I pour y'all a drink. You know what I'm saying? But it's like Tuesday, yo. How y'all gonna want to get toasty? Yeah, I've never seen him do that, Tammy. But so you're empowered right now, you know. She said coffee with Bailey's. No, he's definitely not doing coffee with Bailey's. He's doing coffee, black coffee too. If I'm not tripping, right? You just did sugar in the coffee, right, Gus? Well, I don't remember any other way that you drink coffee, bro. Like, listen, when I tell you, and then he be bouncing off the walls. Let me tell you, Gus got so much energy, it don't make no sense. Ridiculous. So listen, so what's so cool right now is I just got a notification on my watch. So I know, right? So you remember earlier on in the conversation I told y'all about a chat? What up, Liesel? We live over here on the YouTube. Come join us. You guys remember early on in this conversation I told you about a young lady when it came to he said started out black. See, there was a young lady whose page I commented on and about the management. You guys remember that, right? Well, she just texted me and she said, now mind you, this has been at least 8 hours ago. And I will Nichelle, I'll plan something. I'll put it together. But I text this person 8 hours ago, left a comment, and she liked it earlier in the day, and then she just said you are right. I don't know if it's more to that. Let me go see. I got a bunch of comments. Let me see if she left more than just and you are right, because it's like a continuation. No, that's all she said, and you are right. So I just left her a heart. You know what I'm saying? Left her a heart emoji because I don't really want to talk about it. Like, if you saw the length of the text I left her, you'd be like, yo, you said enough. You know, I don't really want to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to continue it. You know what I mean? Liesel, come on over, man. Stop playing. We on the YouTube popping. I don't want to. So that's another. Okay, so now that cat's out of the bag, that's another thing that you can do. If you truly don't want to have a crazy engagement moment, then yeah, you can do that. You can do something short. You can do something short like that. Coffee is a hoax. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I don't know what flames she over there about to stir up, cause it's folks that's heavy on the coffee. You know what I mean? That's heavy coffeers and I'm not a heavy. I don't drink coffee. I tried it once. Usher got me to drink coffee once when he was doing. Y'all remember he did the movie Hands of Stone, right? Where he was Sugar Ray Leonard. Let me tell you, he had this program that, you know, like a nutritional program that they had him on that. Like, if y'all don't know it, man, he's one of the most dedicated people I know. It's ridiculous. Like, he is one of the most dedicated people when he's doing his thing. Like, he's balls to the wall. So they had him, you know, eating at certain times and eating certain kind of meals because they wanted him to drop his weight. Now, Usher normally is carrying a weight around 195. They made him drop down to 165. What up, Mariposa? We're live on my Instagram. I mean, on YouTube. Come join us. Magic, live on YouTube. Come join us. He dropped down to 165. Now, let me tell you, the plan they had him on had him drinking black coffee. So he was like, "Yo, man, you come on, Scrap, man, let's do this." You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I asked him, I was like, "Yo," because I saw him at it's a place here called R. Thomas, where they serve organic food. Now, when I tell you it's real organic food, it's like if you don't eat organic food, this the kind of food that if you eat it, an hour later you're running to the bathroom. It's like running through you organic food, like cleaning out your whole body. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so he got down to 165. Now, mind you, he had been in Morocco working out, and then he came back to Atlanta and started working out. And then he was like, "Yo," it was about 2-3 a.m. in the morning, maybe even 4 a.m. He was like, "Yo, I'm link up at R. Thomas." So I go into R. Thomas, and man, when I tell you, he looked like the child version of himself. And I could, how somebody changed so much that you just looking at him. I was like, bro, have you seen yourself? I said that at least 20 times to him. I was like, bro, but have you seen yourself? Like, bro, you don't even look like, have you seen yourself? Like, you a little bitty dude. Like, had you seen yourself? I swear I said it like 20 times because I was sitting here looking at my friend who I've never seen look this way. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, have you seen yourself, bro? And then I was like, yo, so, not that I aspire to be doing all that. What are they, shoot me the email of what they telling you to eat, and then one of the things that stood out was black coffee as an accelerant, to kind of keep things moving or whatever. Um, and so I tried it for a little bit, but man, I just don't like coffee, like real talk. It don't do nothing positive for me in no kind of way, at all. So I kind of, I steer clear of any coffee products. I don't do none of that. And that's on a side note, and that's for my homeboy Gus. We just had a whole coffee conversation and a memorable. We had a whole. Can y'all believe that? We had a whole coffee conversation. Like not even like a fake one. We had a whole coffee conversation where I went nostalgic on y'all. Like, I remember when I drank coffee. That's funny. Matcha is a fat burner. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what matcha is, and I don't know what matcha tastes like, so I'm not going to matcha. You know what I mean? Coffee makes me active for no reason. What do you mean active? Like, active like you want to go party active, or are you talking about making you go to the bathroom active? Like what is coffee as a laxative or now I need the right creamer. See, it's too much going on. Like, it's too much going on. Do y'all understand all of the elements that y'all talking about? A creamer and matcha, and I'm not understanding. I can't do all that, man. Just give me some, I'm good. I'm good. But he been drinking it like faithfully. Like Gus, I promise you, he is very consistent. I'm sure he just drank it every day. You know, Oh, green tea. I might rock with some tea every now and again, but not like, they tell you that for every cup of green tea you drink, you're supposed to drink like 8 glasses of water or something like that. It's some crazy thing that's supposed to offset it all. I'm like, man, what? I'm just saying. I didn't even know you was in here, Oh Canada. What's up? Because Oh Canada came in, she didn't say hello or she didn't say nothing. She just came in the room. Now I see you're in the room. Welcome to the room. Lady J says she paced the floor all alone because you drank coffee. Now you pacing the floor. What up, Junette? We live on YouTube. You pacing. Nah, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Nichelle, you in Atlanta, right? Have you had Sunflower Cafe? Sunflower Cafe is over by Houston's on Peachtree, and they have that's the last time I drank tea. I was at the Sunflower Cafe, and I was having a meeting, and that's the last time I drank tea. It was good, but I was like, it's overrated. No tea for me. What, 3 cups a day or 3 a week? What does that mean? Really, I only drink 3 cups now. Is that a day? Yeah. See, and this is uh This is why. See, this is why this is the importance of commenting, so y'all understand. This is why it's such a important thing, because you get to find out things about people. You know what I'm saying? Oh, love that comment right there. But you get to understand you get to understand people. That's right, Andrea. I can't wait for this comment to pop up. Booyah. Listen, look at Andrea, I'm not good. Are you saying, hey, I'm not good? My smile ain't good? And Andrea saying that, you know what I'm saying? I know I should be drinking it through a straw, but I can't drink it that fast if I drink it through a straw. I'm really trying to drink it down like quick. And then I usually brush my teeth afterwards anyway, so there's no real staining or whatnot. My apple cider vinegar drink be off the chain. And that is a, little after 1 hour after you drink it, you come out of the bathroom better. All right, so that's it, man. Gus drinks 3 coffees a day. Man, I can only imagine the downer that you'd be on if you miss a cup or missed all 3 cups. That's what I'm gonna do. Next time I come up north, I'm gonna tie you up to a chair and make you not drink no coffee for. Be like, no coffee for you, and we'll see what happens with that. But nah, man. So the point of all of this, right, is so that you have an engagement, and what I delight in is I have such an amazing group of people that join when we go live that that you all not only engage with me, but you guys get a chance to engage with each other. This is how the community grows. This is how I've never heard of choose, but this is how we all kind of make the world more familiar. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, I thank you, Andrea. But that is what I like about this community. That's what I like about being able to offer, some insight into how to grow. Of course, like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what's truly out there for you and for us. Let me see if I can find something I can show y'all. Right? No, not that. Quit that. I want to show y'all. See if I can. Okay, let's see. So can I do that? So this is what you guys are waiting on. Let me see which page. Which one is this? Is it this one? Nope. I'm gonna find it. Be patient with me. That was the other night. Oh, we almost there. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what everybody is waiting on. Soon come. Just do it that way. Nope, not that way. Nope. Going through my presets, but I wanted y'all to see this more so than anything. That's the screen share. So this is the book. You guys, it's really far back. I wanted it to be a little bit closer, but so you guys can see it. Let me see if I can position it like that. This is coming soon. All right, yeah, put it to sleep, homie. This is the book, Social Digital Currency, Your Social Media Birthright and How to Use It. So I've been giving you guys tips from here. This is the section, let me see right here. This is the section I've been talking about with you guys on for most of it. Let me go here. Let me see. Let's do it as if we were looking at it on the iPad. This is what it looks like on the iPad if you guys are watching it. Love you too, bro. Good night, homie. So this is how it looks. And this is most people's first real look at it. Of course, Kira helped edit it. She's seen a majority of this, and she's responsible for a lot of this dopeness. But that was so that's the chapter on Instagram. So there's a topic. So I give you Twitter, Clubhouse, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, so you guys can better your experience on YouTube. And I give you a couple concepts. I give you the future of social digital currency, some testimonials, some definitions, and my thank yous. You see Kira's name right there. Ooh, Rockstar. And then yeah, my little crew, whatnot. And did we do about the author? Yeah, we did a little bit about me, but not a whole lot. Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. So there we go. This is anyone's first time really seeing the cover. Billionaire Talk, Social Digital Currency, Your Social Media Birthright, and How to Use It. That's what we've covered so far. That's what we've been covering so far in this conversation. I've been talking to you guys about the Instagram section of how to use your social digital currency. We're currently on number 3, and there are several social digital currency spins that are going to change the way you communicate with people online. And Instagram is by far everyone's favorite. What up, Chris Voice? Instagram is by far everybody's favorite. And then you have the alternates that I included in there. These are the most popular ones. I know some people were like, what about Facebook? And I'm like, well, if I do Facebook, Facebook, it'll be, I'll do the next version will be Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, tagged, and maybe Bigo TV, but I think Bigo TV kind of went away a little bit. So there'll be about 5 or 6 more platforms that I do. Snapchat will be one of them as well. And those are to me like the runner ups, but I'm giving you guys the meat and potatoes of this one right now. So, absolutely, Andrea. You know what? Yeah, we got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that. Actually, Andrea, can you reach out to Kira and discuss it with Kira? Kira is my person. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. If anybody has been my person in this past year, Kira has been my person. And if you can, it'd be so super dope just to communicate with her and see and kind of voice some of the ideas that you have or what you're thinking about doing. So that'd be awesome. Yep, Tammy got it right. Like, subscribe, comment 5 words or more, and no C in scrap. I love that. Yes, but also you forgot, and I don't mention it much, but I mentioned it a lot tonight. Super chats and super stickers go a long way, not only in terms of it goes a long way in terms of how YouTube views the people that are in the chat. So even if you guys bought like a 99-cent super chat or super sticker or whatever, up to whatever you decide to do, YouTube views that as there's real content, there's real membership in this room. And that's been a thought as well, is if we're going to go and add a membership with some special perks to it in the room. I've thought about it. I just got to figure out, what I want to do with that. And then also, if you guys want to show some continued support, I posted from my website I posted on my Instagram, I Am the Show shirts. I don't know if y'all saw that. If you go to my Instagram and go to the shop, I got the stickers and the t-shirts. The t-shirts are cool. I have a song that I did a while back. It's called I Am the Show. And it's really more of a confidence shirt. I promise you, when you wear it, people are going to ask you where you got it from, because that's typically the response I get from everybody who's gotten it. They were like, yo, where did I get that? Where can I get one? Where can I get one? It's a shirt. It merely just says I Am the Show, and on the back it says I See Green. And if you look on the you can see it when you look on the Instagram page. But they're a conversation starter, and people have a conversation about them whenever they wear them, and I hear it all the time. And the girl versions, I will be honest, are cuter. The girl versions are cute because of the way they're cut, And then the guys versions are like, they're dope on some t-shirt stuff. You know what I'm saying? I wear one. I wear one during one of my broadcasts coming up, so you guys can see it. But with that in mind, we have knocked down 3 of the social digital currency spins that could potentially get you in someone's DMs quicker if your comment is cooler. If your comment is dope, typically you'll get a dope ass response or an opportunity. If they're not a dope comment, you may get, it could happen. So think about the way you guys comment on the pages, on the people that are people of interest to you. Make sure that you're saying something funny, engaging, witty, but most of all, memorable. There are a lot of people who have said some things in their comments that makes me remember who they are, and I'll always be able to refer back to certain things and certain times and certain conversations, and that's all you really want, is for people to walk away carrying a piece of you with them that they can take until the next engagement, and you double down on that. Tammy, oh, she said, I really feel like I've been to I know that's a church, Tammy. Oh man. Yeah. So if anyone needs any other kind of deeper engagement, she sent it to info, I think. Info at trxsnow. But if you need, I'll forward it. I'll forward it. But Andrea, if you and Kira can just exchange Kira's email, that'd be dope too. So usually for businesses, I offer a 1-hour consultation. It's not cheap because it is a whole hour away from being able to do this or doing something else that's my particular interest. And in that time, we sit down and we talk about all the things that you have on your agenda and on your mind. Yeah, this is a Isaac Hayes shirt. I met him once before he passed away, and it was really cool. It was at Guitar Center out in LA, and I was a kid and I met him, and I just thought it was super dope because he's so iconic. And then when his son went to sell merch, I was like, yo, I gotta have it. So I had two. I think I had two. No, I only had this one shirt from that I bought from them that I thought was really cool. So I supported them. And that's why I introduced to you guys the different ways that, I can tell him, that I think, things are cool, but I can show him better. You know what I'm saying? With that in mind, I appreciate y'all spending y'all social digital currency with me tonight. And so that we don't, I honestly, this conversation or the conversations we tend to have, I know could last all night long. And they have sometimes. They have lasted all night long sometimes. And they've strayed away from the actual topic, like this did a little bit tonight, but it's okay. What we'll do is we'll jump on again over the next few days. And those conversations can be a lot looser. But I promise Mondays were for my music community. Tuesday was for my social media community. And then, of course, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is whatever we decide to do. The last few weeks, we was having a party up in this joint. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a vibe. Again, everything I'm talking to you guys about, you can go back and revisit on any of the other videos. I will tell you something that you guys can do that'd be cool. So for instance, if you guys really wanted to watch some of the stuff, you can go to the playlist. So it shows you videos, playlists, and something else in the on the page. If you go to playlists and you want to hear more of the social digital currency conversation, they're going to be under tutorials and reviews. If you want to hear more of the creative process, those are going to be under what is that called? It's under a different playlist. It might be under cookups or something like that, but there are different playlists that you guys can turn on. And even if you want to listen to it through the night while you sleep, I don't know if many people do that. I know I like to have something on, something on TV or something every now and again just to listen to help me fall asleep. But you can turn it on and let it play and listen as a podcast, or you can actually watch whatever I've got going on. But there are several playlists that you can click on The one that has the most on it is the tutorials, or you can go to videos, press all. It's gonna show you the funny stuff. Like I posted a video that's doing really well right now about the Apple Store. I think some of y'all saw that when I walked into when I walk into the Apple Store on time and they start cheering. That one, and then there's another video where I'm singing to you all, "You are so beautiful to me," and I do believe that, and that's why I think it's over 2,500 views right now, of me saying "You are so beautiful to me," and it came from a place that I truly mean it. You guys are an amazing community of people to hang out with and to communicate with and to have in these lives, and I appreciate you guys showing up and spending quality time, your greatest commodity, with me, and it's reassuring to know that the information has an extreme amount of value to you. And what I get more excited about is how you guys are going to move forward with this information and create a better experience socially on social media that hopefully balloons out into your actual social experience out here in this world and makes life a whole lot better. Use these conversations as the ammunition you need out there, and to have it as a tool to use for a greater conversation with the people that are close to you, and then with people that you want to be close to you. Social digital currency. That's what it's all about, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you haven't, make sure you check out followers and likes. And then there's if you want the full outline of what I'm going to talk about, it's the first video is called the 10, what's it called? 10 what's it called? The 10 social digital currency and how to spend it like Kim Kardashian or something like that. I think that has an outline where I tell you followers, likes, comments, notifications, reposting, sharing, IGTV. I go through all of them. And so we're just on number 3, and I'm excited about the next one because it's extremely powerful. If I was going to miss any conversation, this is what the pastors say. If I was going to miss any one of my lives, I would have missed this one. You don't want to miss the next one. But if I was going to miss one, I would have missed this one. You know what I'm saying? This would have been the conversation I would have missed. Yeah, has anybody had a pastor that do that at their church? If there was any sermon I would have not made this sermon, because the next sermon you definitely don't want to miss. All right, so listen, if you guys need to reach me, my email for conversations regarding any kind of business or anything like that is info@trxsnow.com. That's info@trxsnow.com. If you need to book a consultation, go to www.trxsnow.com. T-shirts available on Instagram. I appreciate the wonderful people, Nichelle and I want to say it was let me go back up. Nichelle and Jill, who were generous with their actual currency tonight and spent more than their social digital currency. They actually spent actual currency, and that I appreciate y'all big time. And this is not goodbye, you all. This is to be continued. Make sure you got notifications turned on, because sometimes I just jump on live. And to Nichelle's comment, I will start planning earlier in the day and maybe create banners so everybody knows when I'm going to go live, so we can kick it. But that's the whole point of turning notifications on, is so that y'all, when I go live, that y'all can just be like, yo, he's live. And they give, they'll send it out to you guys to let you know. Because it sends one to my email to let me know that the channel is live and available. And so that'll be the best time for, the best way to do it, to relieve me of some of the responsibility. That's what YouTube tried to do. YouTube was like, listen to this. What you do is you make sure that everybody turns on notifications. And then if they turn on notifications, you ain't got to worry about putting up no banner, because we going to tell everybody. So that's what we going to do for you. You're a creator on the platform. That's what we going to do for you. And Trinetta, what's up? Anyway, in-person event. Yeah, man. That's what it should lead to ultimately. I wrote anyway, there's so much to talk about that you about to get me started up. That's why I got to stop. Because I wrote a movie that was based off of something like this. And at the time that I wrote it, it was called Chat Rooms. And it's a funny comedy love story and maybe we'll talk about it on another time when we just shooting the stuff. I'll pull up the treatment that I wrote for it. I gotta actually write it out. I spoke with somebody about actually doing it, but they were like, you have to write. I need to write the whole script out, and I have it to some degree. Like I have what I want the feel of each scene to be and what they should be saying and stuff. But I got so much. I got to start knocking stuff down. So the next major thing I want to knock down is this book. After I do the book it does what it does. Hopefully it'll be wildly successful enough that those people that I want to help me will come out of the woodworks and be like, hey man, that movie idea is fantastic. Let us help you with doing it. And I'd be like, yeah. And then y'all get to see your boy do his acting chops, because I'm gonna be in it. I can't, girl, you better stall. But anyway, see how y'all got me started? I was trying to close the room because it's hard to it's so hard to say goodbye to all of you. How do I say goodnight to what we have? All the good times that made us laugh, I'll wave them by. I thought we'd need to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to all of you. See what y'all made me do? I hadn't warmed up at all today, none of that. All right, y'all. For y'all know how I do it. Yo, Instagram folks, I always deuce y'all out first. I got to give one shout out to Brittany, who came in the room, and she bought a badge almost immediately when she came in the room, so I got to shout her out. She's one of my super supportive Clubhouse friends that I love what she does, and that's why I always I reciprocate and join her room and communicate with her and her folks. It's amazing the content that she provides and the opportunities that she put in front of people. So Tammy, my mother's an ordained minister. So, and my uncle was a minister. And so I was raised as a PK. And so maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe that's a part of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Andrea, that's what so that's the discussion right now. It's set up for an ebook. I've got to redo the voiceover on it. I did one before, but I'm going to actually do another one because of the content has been edited. So I got to carve out some time to sit down and actually re-record each of the chapters in the book. So I'm going to do that as well. Truly blessed. I wish you got here earlier. This is the part where I tell y'all, I'm going to post it. I'm going to say, hey, if you haven't joined or subscribed to me on YouTube and turned on notifications, you are tripping. Ripping. Yes. So anyway, this is truly goodbye. So Instagram, y'all know it's real when I shout out Instagram and give them deuces. This is not goodbye. This is to be continued. I'm gonna leave that right there so I can thank the supporters. And then to my YouTube family, I enjoy kicking it, and I know y'all enjoy kicking it. We have such an amazing time. You guys, I'm gonna give you guys a minute to say good night to one another if you haven't already. I'm saying good night, and I'm gonna let the music give y'all a little time to say good nights, and then we're gonna fade to black.